Hello and welcome to Beginners Yoga. I'm Lori from the Morgan County Public Library and thank you for joining. Let's get started. You need a chair, some comfortable clothes, and yourself. Um, we're going to be breathing a certain way, so let me talk about that a little bit. First of all, yoga means union, so what we're doing is we're putting our breath and joining it with our body movements. So that's one idea of yoga is to breathe a certain way and to move a certain way in union. Um, the way that we want to breathe is slow and um, we want to fill up our lungs. We want our belly to poke out because our diaphragm has gone down. So we're going to take a big, deep inhale, fill up our lungs. Our belly pushes out, and then we hold it for a second or two, and then let it out through your nose. Long, slow exhale. Wait a second or two before you start your next breath. The main thing is you don't want to be breathing shallowly, um, upper chest breathing. A lot of people breathe that way and they don't even realize it. Um, and then just being mindful of your breath is the important thing. Um, so let's start by breathing. Sit up tall in your chair. Your back is straight. Your shoulders, you can pin them back and down, away from your ears. Head hovering over your collarbones. Collarbones are in line with your hips. And then you're sitting in your chair and your knees are over the ankles. So we're aligned in this way. Our hands are in our lap. And take a long, slow inhale. Hold it. Let it go. And while we're doing this, just focus on your breathing. If you want to, you can, listen to your body and see if there's anything going on. I encourage you not to do anything where you get hurt. If you're feeling hurt, you need to stop. But mainly these are just easy poses to work your joints and keep yourself flexible. So let's start by doing some breathing for 5 or 6 breaths. So that's a mindfulness meditation when you're focused on your breathing, and that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing, is you're just watching your breath. You're breathing, and then you're exhaling, and you're breathing in and you're exhaling. Doing that and focusing only on that is a breathing meditation. And try to keep focus on the breath. If you start thinking about something else, which is pretty normal, it will happen. Just remind yourself thinking and go back to the breathing. Okay, so let's start with some movements. Let's start with some head movements. So put your head down, chin to your chest. And now we're going to look up. And again, back down, chin to chest. And then back up. Good. Now take your right ear and turn it towards your shoulder. You're not going to be able to get your ear down to your shoulder, but just turn it in that direction. And come back up. And now the other side. Again on the right side. And back up. And now to the left. Good. And now we're going to very slowly and carefully rotate our head clockwise direction. Slowly, slowly. No hurry. Okay, now let's go in the other direction. Again, slowly, slowly. No hurry. Excellent. So now let's do some shoulder crunches. Crunch your shoulders up by your ears and then down. Crunch up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Yeah. And let's do some side twists. So you can sit up if you want a little bit. Put your hand on the outside of your knee, palm facing out, and your other hand behind you towards your back, and turn. And if you can look behind you, but just do as much as feels comfortable, and hold it for a breath or two. Back to center. And now the left side, same thing. We're turning our chest, twisting, and looking behind us if we can. Let's do this for 2 breaths. And back to center. Good. Now let's try it again one more time on the right side. 2 breaths, please. center. One more time on the left side. Excellent. And now I'm going to turn my chair to the side, and we're going to do cat-cow. So you want to be sitting on the edge of your chair, your feet hip-width apart, back is straight, okay, and your shoulders are down, yes, and we're going to do cat-cow. So cat, we're arching our back like we're a kitty cat. You should have your chin down to your chest. And now cow, where we arch the opposite way. And if you can go all the way up like this, great, or you just might do this, arching your back in the other direction. Again, cat. And then cow. Remember to breathe. Good. That loosens up the spine. Now, sitting back in your seat, feet hip width apart, hands on your knees, on your thighs. Okay, we're going to put our hand down on one side, the left side, and the other side, we're going to bring our arm down as close as we can to the floor. We're just stretching the direction and breathe. And back up, and now the other side. And back up. One more time on the right. And again on the left. Great. So how's that feel? Feel a little looser? All right, let's bring our arms out, palms up, and hold them here for a second. And then bring your fingertips to your shoulder. Put your thumb behind and your fingers in front. And bring your elbows together. Feel the muscles in your chest contract. Squeeze. And breathe. And then bring them back out. And now try to point your elbows behind you. You're not going to be able to go that far, but go as far as you can. You should feel your chest opening up. And back to neutral. One more time with our elbows to the front, squeezing our chest muscles. Squeeze and breathe. And back. And now try to point your elbows back. Feel your chest opening up. Breathing in and out. And back to neutral. And put your arms down. Take a big deep breath and let it out. And now let's lift our arms up, 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 up as high as you can. Wiggle those fingers trying to get just a little bit farther up. You want space, space in your ribs. And then back down. One more time, back up. Stretch and stretch up higher. And back down. And now, sitting forward. Let me turn my chair so you can see. Sitting forward. Take your arms behind your back, and your fingers are going to be interlaced behind your back. And just lean forward and bring your arms up as high as you can. And back. And now reverse the direction of your fingertips. So you're holding your hand the other way. And again. And back. So that's working the shoulders. Now, your feet, let's see, get back on the edge of your chair. Your feet are together, hip width apart. And I need to back up. Extend one of your feet out. Back up some more. Okay. So extend your leg out. Have your toes pointing up at the ceiling. And just flex your foot there. And now point your toes down. Up. Down. Up. Down. One more time. Up. Down. Now spread your toes out as much as you can. If you can, just do your best to spread out your toes. It's harder for me on this side for some reason. My pinky toe spreads out really good, but the rest of them just are like, huh? But try anyway. Try to spread out your toes. Okay. And rotate your ankle. And the other way, the opposite direction. Good. Bring that knee back, or that leg back. Extend your left leg, toes up, and then toes down. Toes up. Toes down. Toes up. You hear my poor kitty. Let me go let her in. You passed. You are. You get up here on the bed and behave yourself. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. And now down. And up. And down. And now try to spread your toes wide like you did on your right foot. Just try really hard to spread your toes. Good. And now let's rotate the ankle. And the other way. Bring our leg back. And now let's do our hands. So put your arms out at shoulder level and your hands are pointing up. Your fingers are pointing up to the ceiling. And then put them down, up, down, up, down, and up one more time, and down. And now take both your hands and spread your fingers as wide as you can. And now make fists hard. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your fists. And now open your fingers wide, wide as you can, wider. Keep going. And now fists. And now let's just do some rotating of our wrists. And the other direction as well. Good. And then let's do one more set here. Get at the top of your chair. Keep your feet together about hip width apart. You can put your hands here on the chair, or you can keep them on your lap, however you want. And we're going to bend forward. This is a forward bend. You want to get your body onto your lap and breathe. You can bring down your hands to the floor if you want. Penelope, please don't. Do some breathing. Back up. Sitting tall, straight. And now back again. Our lap and on our thighs. And breathing. And back up. And now spread your legs wide apart. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go even deeper into the stretch. Remember, we're keeping our back straight as much as possible. So bring yourself down and down as far as you can go. You don't have to go any farther than you're comfortable with, but if you can, get down as far as you can. Hands on the floor. And back up. And folding forward again. And back up. Legs together. And now sit back in your chair. Yoga seat. And tall back. Straight. Close your eyes and begin to focus on your breathing. You're breathing in energy and you're exhaling stress. Let's do this breathing for a few minutes. And when you breathe in, you're trying to make your lungs as big and air as possible. And when you breathe out, you just feel that stress leave your body. Notice how the air, as it goes through your nose and down into your lungs, is cool. And how when you exhale, it's warm. And do that as long as you need to, as long as you feel comfortable. I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope that your body feels better and that you feel less stressed. That's what yoga is for. I'll see you next week.